Hello, welcome to the James Cooley Show. It's your life. I'm your host, Dr. James J.C. Cooley, and wow, we got an absolutely fantastic show coming your way today. And guess what? I want to see a smile on everybody's face because we're going to talk about happy, what it requires to be happy. How can you maintain happy? And all other things that go along with that. And our absolutely fantastic guest is going to bring it. But I tell you what, before we do anything, I want to lock up radio, television, podcasts. Lock up all the different platforms at the same time. So, Chris, let's do it.
It's Your Life is sponsored by James J.C. Cooley.
Life is a series of circles and cycles, phases and stages. These are your experiences that teach you the lessons of life. You can either ignore them or embrace them. Welcome to the James Cooley Show. It's Your Life. James is a motivational speaker, author, military veteran, and founder of the James Cooley Foundation. James is here to equip you to strive for greatness and to overcome adversity. It's time to get equipped today for the challenges of tomorrow. Now, here's the host of It's Your Life, James Cooley.
Hello, welcome to the James Cooley Show. It's Your Life. I'm your host, Dr. James J.C. Cooley. Wow, I'm excited. I'm always excited, but I'm really excited today because we are giving our guests, our listening audience, we're giving them a treat. We got an absolutely fantastic guest coming your way today. I am so excited to have her on, and we're going to talk about some things. I know Michelle, she don't even want me to give it away. I am not going to say a word. I'm just going to, right now, for the time being. But this guest that we got on today, Michelle, I tell you, I can't wait to get started. Can you please introduce this guest? Also, first of all, the title of the show, purpose of the show, and introduce this absolutely great guest because I'm almost about ready to tell.
Yes. Don't take this too excited. Well, the title of today's show is Say Yes, Be Happy. And we're having a conversation with Natalie Botros. She's a psychotherapist, author, speaker, and life coach. And we're going to talk about her brand name, the Bon-Vivant Girl, and how she became the Bon-Vivant Girl and her happiness philosophy. We're going to talk about happiness cocktails with her 5 ingredients to create a smile, her happiness cards, and her future projects that she is working on. So Natalie is, again, the Bon-Vivant Girl. She, again, is a psychotherapist, author, speaker, life coach who's lived around all across the world before landing in New York. Her multicultural background gives her a unique approach to coaching. She guides women to find daily happiness, regardless of external factors, and empowers them to lead their best lives. She's the author, If You Are What You Eat, Shall I Eat a Skinny Girl, and the creator of the Happiness Cards. She's been recognized as a top happiness coach of the year 2023 by the IAOTP and inducted into Passion Vista's Hall of Fame 2023. Soulish magazine named her the top coach in New York for 2023 and one of the top women to watch in New York. Her impact is felt through magazine covers, including Passion Vista, Soulish, New York, Best Holistic Life and Healthy Life. She shares happiness tips with millions of followers on social media, podcasts, and articles. As a global happiness ambassador, Natalie spreads smiles and inspires individuals worldwide. So please welcome to the show, Natalie Botros.
Hello, the lovely couple. So excited to be here.
We're excited to have you.
We are so excited to have you. I mean, just chatting with you the other day at the event was absolutely extraordinary, and just getting a chance to know you a little bit. But I want the whole world to get a chance to know who you are, why every time anyone see you, at least every time I looked and saw you, you was smiling, you was happy.
Because
All of these great things.
I think we should not lose time to be sad. We have always have to carry this beautiful curve on our body, the smile.
And you're absolutely right about that. But now, why don't you tell our viewers and our listeners a little bit about you? What were you born? What were you raised? Raised at what we call that raised, and especially in the South. I'm from the South.
Yeah.
And what makes you click?
So I'm born in Lebanon, raised in Turkey, and studied and lived in Switzerland and Italy before I landed in New York, where I live today. So I have this multicultural background that's with me. So I feel American. I don't feel American. I feel European. I feel Middle Eastern. I feel everything. So I represent everyone. I kind of like understand everyone, all the cultures, which is amazing. And who I am is I was like any of us. I kept looking for something in my life and I didn't know what was it. I thought it was the job. I thought it was the partner. I thought it was the location. So I kind of lost a lot of time on the search of that missing thing until I came to New York 18 years ago. And I noticed that what was it? It was happiness. And I kind of find a little formula to bring happiness to our lives without losing so many years, basically. And like really depending it on ourselves and not on anything, anyone, anybody, any relationship, like really not any external factors, just depending on ourselves. And all the rest can be the icing on the cake.
Wow. How did your family and community inspire you to be the person that you are today? I mean, someone had to inspire you to say, "Hey, you can do that. You can do that, and you whatever that is."
I
Tell us
mean,
a bit about that.
my family, it's a very supportive family. I mean, I went to Switzerland to study. They said, okay, you should go to get the best studies, the best schools. But then when like I was a banker, you can believe it or not. So wait, let me go back. I was a psychotherapist and I had a master's degree. I work in psychotherapy, but I was too young and I don't know, maybe I wasn't ready for it. And my father told me, Natalie, either you find something that you love or like, you have to change your life. And I was like hesitant. I wanted to stay there. I didn't want to go back to Turkey. I loved Switzerland, the life and the cheese. I'm a cheese fan. So I said, I'm in Switzerland. Where should I work? And I ended up in a bank. I said, like, I'll do human resources at the bank. That didn't really work. I did great, but it wasn't like fulfilling me. And it's where I decided to leave everything and to discover myself. And my family at the beginning were a little hesitant. They told me that I was a little too adventurous. But then they said, maybe this is your path. So they really encouraged me and they said, follow your heart. And after I lived in Milan, I said, you know what? I need a bigger leap. I need to go to the US. And they were really supportive. So they are the base of my happiness. And I lost my father young, but my mom, she's my rock star and she's always behind me. She's my biggest cheerleader. So how can I not be happy?
I tell you, just spending a few hours with you the other day, and you just got this great smile. You got this great just energy about you. If someone were trying to dissect back and say, okay, Natalie, if you had to describe yourself, what would be the best adjective that you would use to describe who you are and why?
Well, I know that I'm called Miss Positivity because I always try to find the happy, the positive, and the silver lining in everything. But I mean, don't get fooled. I wasn't like this all the time. It's work. For everything that is good, we have to work. So I keep working on this. And you can ask my sister that you met at the party. I wasn't always like this. I could be very grumpy. But when I'm grumpy, I'm trying to process it, let it go, and get that smile back.
I hope your sister is watching because I think she's dynamic as well.
Yes, we're like the she's younger than me but like she's wiser than me, so she's always my ground and my best friend basically.
You mentioned something a minute ago that kind of got me. To change your careers, banker, psychotherapist, and just being known as Miss Happy right now. Can you tell us about the psychotherapy portion of it? What type of psychotherapist were you doing, and did that make you happy?
So I worked a lot with kids and I was doing clinical psychotherapy, and then after that I started working in suicide prevention center. So it was very good, but it's kind of tough because if someone like in these centers, if someone calls and they decide to take their own life, that was like the spirit in Switzerland in this center. You had to accompany them and not try to, I mean, like obviously try to talk them out, but otherwise you had to accompany them. And I noticed that this wasn't for me because I couldn't do that. So that was the psychotherapy part that at some point I was very young, that kind of blocked me. And I said, maybe I should change careers. And it's where I ended up in banking. I said, it's lighter. I'm going to be in human resources. And I ended up in accounting, by the way. And so, yeah, that's like the reason. But I loved working with kids. It was amazing. I was working with autistic kids. It was really, really fulfilling because we could see the progress that they were doing.
So do you believe that the different fields that you work as you was growing up, getting educated, led you to the person that you are today? I'm talking about getting a little bit of knowledge from each one of the different areas.
Of course. And then like changing careers, it's exactly what I was saying at the beginning, because like I was trying to find something that was missing. I didn't tell you, I was like banker, and then I even went in fashion. Like I tried everything to kind of find myself. I was like really lost, and I didn't look lost. We all are lost in a way until we find our passion and what makes us happy. And when I came to New York, let's call it the orders, easy orders. Let's call it, like the food industry in this country. I gained 40 pounds without noticing the first year. And then, I lived in New York, in this amazing city, and I was kind of not enjoying it because I was hating myself, my body, everything. So that was where I kind of like touched really the bottom. Well, the good news is when you touch the bottom, the only way up is up.
It's a top. We're going to have to take a statement break. But I tell you, you just got a little tad bit of who this young lady is. If you want to be part of the conversation, regardless of which platform you're watching it on, all you have to do is just go to the platform or pick up the phone, dial 1-866-577-2473. KCBQ, AM 1170 Answer, FM 96.1. I tell you, we're going to come back with a lot more Natalie shortly after the question. Is your life with C Show.
There's more stories of greatness.
Really get a chance to know who you are. And once you know who you are, you truly know who you are, love who you are. Love who you are. You're a masterpiece. Love who you are. Love who you were born to be. Love me some me. That's what I'm talking about. When you leave high school, you gotta know today or tomorrow, or hopefully today, what your plans are. Hopefully, there is no bad decision unless there is no plan. Create, collaborate, commit with confidence. Commit with what? Commit with what? In everything that you do.
Hello, welcome back to the James Cooley Show. It's your life. I'm your host, Dr. James J.C. Cooley, and my absolutely wonderful guest, Natalie, is bringing it. And we getting ready to get off into the topic of the show. But first of all, I wanted the audience and our viewers to kind of get an understanding of who this fantastic guest is, and I think you got it. You know, Natalie, a couple of things that you mentioned in the last segment. You mentioned that all the different things that you was doing kind of led you to choosing, and you mentioned your path. You had to find your path. The reason I mentioned that because I wrote a book called My Path. and some of the things that you just mentioned, that's how we develop the road that we are destined to be. And a lot of times, the road that we're destined to be takes time, and we have to, develop through experiences, trials, and tribulations on that. And so I was intrigued when you mentioned that a few minutes ago because that was similar to the same journey. That's what I call it, that I had to go on and figure this out. Now, let's get back to the topic of the show.
Yes, happiness.
You're saying that just say it said, "Be happy" is one of your favorite slogans and all that things that you do. Why did you come up with that, and why did you choose this avenue to go down, which is probably exciting, enlightening, and bringing joy to many folks? So let's talk about them.
Yeah.
So
So as I was saying, when I came to New York, I was like kind of lost. I gained all those weight, and I really lost my smile. I lost my self-love. I love like my self-worth. I would sit at home trying the latest diet, crying and hating myself and everyone because everyone was looked better in my eyes, which was like ridiculous because I didn't have like the body love movement there. And with time, I said, Nat, this is crazy. You have to stop doing this. And you have to start loving everything that you have, everything that you are. Cherish every curve that your body has. And I started concentrating not on my plate and doing the latest diet, but on myself. It's where all my studies, all my expertise, I put it on myself and worked on my happiness before working on my weight or my life or on anything else. And this was really the beginning of my brand, the Bon-Vivant Girl, which is basically in French, Bon Vivant is someone who enjoys life, who takes pleasure from everything in life. And it's who I became. I became the Bon-Vivant Girl. And my objective is to enjoy everything and to take pleasure and be happy from everything I do. Even boiling water should be a fun thing. I dance when I see those little bubbles. It's like really, this was the beginning of the happiness. And then the first ingredient to my happiness cocktail, it's love. Actually, it's self-love. Because if you don't love yourself, how do you expect anyone else to love you? So I'm always asking my clients to get obsessed with themselves. Stand in front of the mirror, naked if you can, and look at your body. Love every piece of it. Find one thing that you love, and then the following day, find something else. Stand in that mirror if you want, not naked, but stand in front of it and say how amazing you are. Say all your accomplishments. Write on that mirror compliments for yourself. And every morning, go and check that mirror and see how amazing you are. That's the first step towards happiness.
Well, you just mentioned something because everybody, God created each one of us different, right? I'm talking about for his size, for his weight, for his this, for his
Yeah,
that. My main thing in life is God created you, and you are a masterpiece.
exactly.
He created you the way that he wanted you to be, and you have to know yourself,
I agree.
accept yourself.
Yeah.
Most importantly, love yourself for who you are,
Love yourself
and
unconditionally.
unconditionally. You have to love yourself unconditionally. Many won't do that because they look at other folks. Now that they look at other people like, how come I'm not like them? How come my body is not like theirs? I'm
Yeah.
big, I'm small, or whatever. Put that to the side. You're a masterpiece, and that's why I love your slogans. What you just said. Can you explain to our viewers and listeners that you have to love who you are?
Exactly.
You have to
And
know who you are. You have to accept who you are. You have to love who you are, and you share who you are with others. Talk about that a little bit now.
so, I mean, first of all, we all know, but we kind of don't know, but perfect doesn't exist. And we are all perfect in our own way. So cherish your differences, cherish your size, and everything that you see about yourself. Like, this is an exercise that I do a lot with my clients. If they say, I feel, I don't know, like, let's say a physical thing, they say, I'm short, and my clients are ladies, I'm like, you know what, that's a great excuse to wear heels. If they say, my problem is I feel shy, so I don't love myself because in a social setting I'm not outgoing, I'm like, well, shy is kind of mysterious, and mysterious is sexy. So always find the positive of the bad thing that you think about yourself, your body, your personality. You can always find the positive in everything. It's an exercise, and it's not easy. And I know that it will take time. But what I say is that if you start saying, I don't know, something bad about you, let's say, yeah, I was saying I'm shy, say I'm shy and add a little but, I'm mysterious. So that's sexy.
You, you just, I think, have you been reading my books? Because you
Yeah.
still,
We're connected. I know that we're talking about the same things, but I didn't have time to read it.
no. But a lot of times that I believe that, and one of the things when I'm on stage and I'm, trying to um, get the audience to understand that just because you standing by somebody else or you seeing somebody or whatever that is, um, that is not you. You are you. And there is good in everything that you do. There is positivity in everything you do because, like I mentioned a minute ago, masterpiece. God created each one of us different. And we have to take our gifts, talents, gifts, and treasures and formulate that into what our purpose is. And we have to dig deep inside to understand our purpose. But in order for us to understand what our purpose is, we have to dig deep and understand who we are. And we cannot let all the noise from the outside come in, keep coming in and pushing us back further and further back. And we have to be happy, just like you mentioned, every day identify something positive about you. I mean, get rid of all the things. Now, you mentioned that no one is perfect and no one is perfect, right?
Yeah.
So we look at ourselves in the mirror like, oh, that's out of line. This right here, that's that. But look at all of the other things that's intact. You got cheeks, you got the dimples, you got the smile, you got the confidence. Confidence. I mentioned that on purpose. Confidence in who you are.
Yeah.
I believe that if you have confidence in who you are, you can achieve anything that you want to, even when the noise is coming from all different angles. We push that to the side because we don't supposed to be listening to those noise. You have to do who you are. Let's talk about that a little bit now.
Yeah. So there's a trick that I have. It's like if you lose your smile during the day, I call it the happiness bank. So happiness bank, it's a little corner of our brain. Every time that something good happens to you, deposit in that bank. It can be the smile of your child, of your children, the beauty, like I don't know, the beauty of the sunset or sunrise, anything, or like the success that you felt when you achieved something. All those happy memories, smiling memories, deposit them in your bank. And whenever you hit a rough patch during your day or your life, go and take one of those memories to put back that smile on your face. And that will help you to have a smile all day. I know that because we cannot always be smiling, you know. I can't, but it's a train. I trained myself so hard for it.
You know, you just mentioned something, and I know we got to take a break shortly, but you mentioned something about, and I call it the bag. I have a bag on the right and a bag on the left. And when I'm around folks, or whatever that is, especially when you are growing up or getting experiences, and you see people do certain things, and all the things are not good. But some of the things that people do, you need to grab and put into the bag. That's the left side of the bag. Even though it's negative, grab that, put it in the bag. You're going to run across people that's going to be doing great things and have positive this and that. You grab that and you put it in the right side of the bag, which is good bag. You do that through life until you get to a point where you have to make it. When you get to a point where you have to figure out who you are. And then you start looking at like, oh, this wasn't great. So I don't want to be that way. I don't want to do that. So you look in the bad bag, no. Look in the good bag, you grab something out that was good, that was taught over a period of time, and you utilize that. You know what? We're going to take a station break. But we're going to come back and we're going to pick it up even more because I got this absolutely wonderful, fantastic guest here today. So I tell you what, you want to be part of this conversation, all you have to do is just go to the platform that you're on, ask any question that you might have. I promise you I'll get you an answer. It's your life, and we'll see you shortly after the break.
There's more stories of greatness to help you overcome adversity coming up on It's Your Life with James Cooley.
Dr. James J.C. Cooley from the United States of America, and I am here to just say, first of all, I'm so happy and honored to be honored to be in the Coffee Book 2023, Unified Brain Z and the other organizations. Thank you so much for giving me an opportunity to be a part of this collection.
I've seen a smile convey I love you. I'm proud of who you are. One that keeps us close when we're apart. Walking from the darkness of all that we've been through. It seems that there might be a way to leave behind the loneliness we've known and live again life of many.
Hello, welcome back to the James Cooley Show. It's your life, and Natalie, I tell you, you're bringing it. You're putting smiles on everybody's face. You know, I got to give a couple shout outs. I got Dr. Jacqueline Mo'Hara that's listening to the show today. I love that woman. She is so fantastic. She's changing lives around the world. Doc, I just want to say thanks for all the things that you're doing. We got so many other folks are watching as well, you know, that's doing great things. You know, so Natalie, I want to pick it back because I tell you, the things that we get in our minds, the things that we gather, we were talking about the bags, the good bag and the bad bag.
Yeah.
What I meant by that one was it's experiences and challenges that we're going to have throughout life. But if we're going to change other lives, we have to be willing and understanding that every time that somebody do something bad, it's not a curse. Meaning you grab some of that stuff. I'm not saying go out and do it. Just put it in the bag. In the bag on the right, on the left. And great things you experience over. Grab some, put it in the right bag. And when you find yourself in a situation where you have to make decisions, you have to decide on certain things, look in both of those bags and pick out what's the best possible solution based on the folks and mentors or non-mentors that you have. And that's what keeps a smile on my face, because I know that they're going to be good and bad. But if we want to influence others, we have to be the best us or the best you as possible. Why don't you talk about that a little bit more?
The best you is the happy you. And to be able to be the best you have to say yes, which is the name of this show. I really believe that the word yes has so much positivity in it, you know, and I think that we're often scared to say yes, because when we say yes, we might kind of live our comfort zone. But what if our happiness is outside that comfort zone? So I always say yes to life, say yes to possibilities, say yes to adventures, say yes even to some risks. It's okay. I'm not telling you jump from a plane tomorrow, but say yes and be happy. And I think when we say yes, we can open a lot of doors in our lives.
Natalie, I want to talk about, you got a course called the Happiness Course. I can't wait. Can you explain to our viewers and our listeners exactly what that is and how that's going to help them?
So I have few courses, and they're like all like little happiness courses. And one of them is Love Yourself Single, because I used to be single and I know how it was. Although I was happy, when you're single, you kind of lose your self-love and self-worth. Some people do. I mean, my generation used to, because we had to be in a couple to be validated, but this new generation doesn't have that issue anymore. But also the other one is Love Your Body, which is like, again, finding happiness regardless of your body issues. So those are the two courses that I'm offering. But I'm offering also VIP coaching, which is the happiness cocktail, where we'll go deep into the 5 main ingredients of happiness to create a smile in your life, and which are the S, like smile, M, move, and I, invest, L, love, and E, enjoy. So it's like really those 5 ingredients, when we add them in our lives, we'll find a smile forever.
Tell our viewers and listeners, what are they going to get? First of all, how can they get these courses, and how can they get started primarily if they're interested in pursuing? Say, hey, I want to take these courses. What can I sign up for them? How can I
Well,
get
you
them?
can go to my website, and on my website, you have access to all this. It's either nataliebotros.com or the bonvivantgirl.com. And for the coaching program, is I always like to meet and greet. So we will have a chat together. We will do a half an hour session where we meet, we see if we're compatible, which is very important. And then we'll discuss what's missing in your life. What's that little thing that doesn't put a smile on your face? And then we'll kind of create a roadmap together. And I will be your accountability coach, your best friend, your best enemy, your teacher, everything. And we will work together until you find your smile.
Can you tell our viewers and listeners why it is important for people not to focus on the external factors when it comes to their happiness?
Because let's be honest, people, belongings, objects, even the perfect body comes and goes. You cannot base your happiness on something that is not always there. But the person that you see in that mirror always stays with you. So base your happiness on that person internally, and don't base your happiness on the external factors. When you base, like, of course, like, it will be an add-on. I'm not saying like be alone and don't look, like, be social, like, separate from yourself, but really first find this inner happiness, internal happiness, and all the rest will be add-on, and it will be even better. So if, for example, if your partner goes away, you're not going to lose your happiness. You're going to be sad, but like, you will still have the happiness. If you lose your job, the same thing. If you gain weight, the same thing. Everything can come and go except you.
Okay, you mentioned something that's so interesting. You saying uh, the reflection coming back when you're looking in the mirror, coming back towards you, and if you're not happy with that reflection, um, because some whatever that is, an influence that came from a different direction, what would you advise a person to do in order to not seep in the dark zones on each side, to maintain happiness or get happy? Because you can change your attitude, you can change your mindset, you can change uh, anything that's not going your way, as long as you get rid of the, I call it noise, the
Yeah.
noise, all of the naysayers that are coming in and saying this and saying you can't do this and you can't do that. Why it's important for people to understand that sometimes you have to push things to the side and focus on you, not what everybody else is saying, because everybody is a lawyer in their own mind, in their
I
own.
know.
Yeah.
I wish we could have like that, those remote controls, and mute all those judgmental noises like from the outside. And I wish like we could stop comparing ourselves to others, to what we see. Like, it's hard. We're humans. We're gonna all do it. Even I do it. You do it. We all do it. But the important thing is like to set back and refocus. And the good trick is, it's to switch your perspective, as you said, switch your mindset. So everything that you think negative about yourself or about your life, try to find the positive. And I'm not saying it's going to be easy. It's a lot of training, but you can always find the silver lining in most of the things. Because let's be honest, whatever happens to us, we cannot change it, but how we react, we can. And if we think that something is missing in our life, we can find the silver lining of that and switch our perspectives to positive. Does that make sense?
It makes a whole lot of sense. And but focus. I always say focus is key, right?
Yeah.
Because focus, anything that we do, if we One of my sayings when I'm speaking is called vision, understanding, which lead to focus. Now, vision is the first portion of it. You have to have vision. You have to be able to see past the tip of your nose
Yeah.
in order to have vision.
Yeah.
And once you are able to see past the tip of your nose, even if you're looking at a place or you got a wall in front of you, you can't see past that wall, but you got your mind, and in your mind you can see past that. So vision, being able to see past the tip of your nose. Understanding is being able to understand things that's going to make you happy, things that are going to make you sad, or things that are going to have all these other type of things. And we have to kind of get rid of a lot of things that are going to make us happy, even though those are tough choices because it's life changing in many things. But the most important portion of it is focus. We have to focus on the things that's going to make us a better me, a better you, or better anything that we do. So vision, understanding, focus, I think that's so important. You just brought that up a second ago, is concentrate on you being the best you that you can be, not on what everybody else wants you to do. You know, we're gonna take a station break. I don't want to, but you see, my producers are saying, "Hey, it's time that we do that." I tell you what, Natalie, having such a wonderful time with this interview with you, and I tell you, we're gonna come back up. We got some more. You want to be part of this conversation? Just go to the platform that you own, or pick up the phone down 1-866-577-473. Yes, your life, and we'll be back shortly after the break.
The J.C. Cooley Foundation is a nonprofit organization that
Hello, welcome back to the James Cooley Show. It's your life, and I am truly, truly enjoying this interview right here. You know, yeah,
I'm enjoying it as well.
as everybody know, our viewers, Dr. Michelle Cooley, she don't play. She only bring the best to the show. And by the way, we like 10 subscribers or 20 subscribers, below 31 subscribers on YouTube alone. I mean, that's just one platform.
Amazing.
And we are going to get at least 1 million views for this show right here. And I just want to thank you, our viewers, our listeners, for every show we have to have at least 1 million viewers. And you all are doing this in 181 countries. And I just want to say thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Tell all your friends, tell everybody, subscribe, and on whichever platform that they're doing this on. But you know what? I'll tell you now. Want to get back to your philosophies. I know you had a five core philosophy, but I want to talk about this happiness cards. I just got to talk about it. You got to explain to me
What are
is
they?
happiness cards.
Well, if you follow me on social media, you know that I always share my happiness tips. These are like little tips, easy tips that you can incorporate into your life easily. And after I've been asked so many times from my clients, from people, I decided to create my happiness card. So it's literally a box filled with 50 happiness tips. And each of them have a little evil eye. And in the Middle East and Mediterranean countries, the evil eye protects you. It's the like happy talisman, and that I draw myself. And each of them has a little tip. So what you should do, it's like if you get them, they're available on Amazon. You just play with the family. It's what I do with my family. Every morning, everyone picks a card. Let's say what's the card today? Ooh, that's interesting. Mute judgmental noises. So
Hold on. I want you to shuffle the cards right now and close your eyes and pick one.
for you,
And just pull it up and just tell our viewers and listen to what it is. Okay.
stop comparing yourself. It's just what we talked about.
Explain.
So it's basically, I can read it because like you have like the title, what is it? And it says, everyone has their path and journey. So stop comparing yourself to others and celebrate your uniqueness. Just like the sun and the moon, there is no need for comparison. They both shine in their own time. And so will you. Focus on your own journey and live a joyful life. So that's your happiness tip of the day, of all the listeners today.
Well, hold on. I love that. Meditate for like 10 seconds. Grab another card because you might be touching a listener that is, grab another one of those cards, read it.
I'm not seeing them. You're seeing, wait, let's do this.
Okay.
Let's take another one.
Okay.
Focus on what matters. Can you see it? Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
So whether it's your goals, your relationships, or your well-being, don't let trivial matters consume time and energy. Prioritize what's important and take deliberate action to achieve your desired outcomes. Focus on what matters and let everything fall into place.
I'm loving this. Please tell our viewers and listeners how they can get, you know what? Tell me. I'm just gonna be unsecret about this. I want to know where I can get these cards from. Just tell
They're
me.
available on Amazon. So you can get them on Amazon. If you type my name, Natalie Botros, you'll have my book, but my cards as well. So it's on Amazon, or you can have the link via my website again. It's nataliebotros.com.
Well, I'm going to buy these cards real soon, and I'm gonna wake up and I'm just gonna pull one out in the middle of the night.
It's like it's
And
really fun, you know. I have some friends like before their kids go to school, she makes them pick a card and she said you have to do this today. And they're like, "Okay, you know, it's a fun game. It's a family game. You can do it for yourself, you can do it with your family, and it's a fun way to add some happiness sparkles in our lives."
now let's talk about your book. I mean, I know you got a couple of them, but let's talk about your book a little bit. Won't you tell our viewers and our listeners title of the book, what your book is about, and
So
why
my
they should get.
f- yeah, my first book is If You Are What You Eat, Should I Eat a Skinny Girl? And the secret is you don't have to. And it was like it started as a book to lose weight without losing your appetite for life, but it ended up being a self-love book. And so that was my first book, and it has a lot of tips, it has a lot of stories, it has actually it talks about when I moved to the US and I gained all this weight and my journey and how I managed to keep going out enjoying life and not caring about losing weight but being healthy, because skinny doesn't mean happy or healthy. Happy means healthy, if that makes sense. So it's a fun book, but I'm having a new book that I'm preparing, and it's called The Happiness Cocktail. And it's not the cocktail, alcoholic cocktail book. It has my 5 main ingredients that I previously mentioned, and it's gonna help you find happiness and explain you everything step by step, how you can add a little sparkle, a little this ingredient, a little that ingredient, mix it well, and find the happiness elixir of your life.
Wow, you got so many things going on. What are some of the other projects that you're working on right now?
I'm working on this, and I'm working on my new upcoming public speaking also, and it's going to be about happiness again. And about saying yes to life, yes to possibilities, and yes to adventures, and so being happy.
How has being the Von Vivant Girl changed your life, changed your focus, and has helped others? Because I know you get a lot of feedback, I assume, on some of the things that you're doing, and because I find you be intriguing.
So it's how it changed my life. It's very like we always say this, but until you live it you don't get it. It's being living as a bon vivant, as a positive person, good things are coming to me. And I know that if I start like getting negative things comes to me. So I think like it transformed my life. And people are asking me, how come you're always smile? I'm like, listen, I spend my day talking about happiness, giving happiness tips, talking about positivity. How can I don't have any space for negativity in my life. It's like I filled my life is filled in with all this energy. So I'm like feeding into it, and my face and my body is like expressing it basically. But I'm going to say something. We have to be very careful how we talk, because we we don't know the importance of our words. Imagine one morning when you wake up and you say, I'm tired. How are you going to feel all day? You're going to be tired, right? All day long. But what if you say, I'm great? You will feel much better, correct? So choose your words correctly. Don't say, I'm stressed. Say, I'm excited. Don't say, I spend money. Say, I invested money.
I believe what you're trying to say is the power of the tongue. But power of the tongue also come with the power of the attitude. Let me say that one more time. Power of the tongue also come with the power of mindset. If we say we're going to do these things, we have to do it. And we have to focus on doing those things. We have to focus on being the best you that you can be. We have to focus on being happy in all that we do. And we have to focus on pushing the white noise to the side,
Yes.
because that's going to confuse us. I tell you, this has been an absolutely wonderful show. We're down to the last minute or so. But before we go, tell our viewers and our listeners, how can they get in touch with you? How can they get your books? How can they get your philosophy? How can they just reach out to you?
go to my website. You have all the links available there. Again, it's Natalie Botros or the Bon-Vivant Girl.com. I'm sure you're going to share this with your listeners, and you can have all access to all my social media, all my courses, my books, and you can have access to me. If you write to me, I will answer. I'm not one of those people who say do not.
Natalie, I want to thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for taking the time to come on the James Cooley Show. It's your life. I got to thank Dr. Michelle Cooley for putting together another absolutely wonderful program. Most importantly, I got to thank you, our listeners, our viewers, always tuning in to the James Cooley Show. It's your life, Monday through Friday, 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Always dream big, think big, and be big at everything you do. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place. Is your life. See you tomorrow.
Thanks for joining us for the James Cooley Show. It's your life. To learn more about Dr. James Cooley and how you can support the show or become a guest, visit CooleyFoundation.org. Join James for more motivation and inspiration to help you become equipped today for the challenges of tomorrow. This has been It's Your Life with Dr. James Cooley, where you learn how to dream big, think big, and be big in everything you do.
It's Your Life is sponsored by James.